they do even no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come, man of the masses. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun ti dé ọ̀rẹ́ aráyé.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live.
Àṣírí ọ̀dẹ̀lú kì í bọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Ó bá ṣe àní Mayegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary politico.
Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. You know what to do. Share this broadcast after reading the caption, the description. Hear it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, your frenemies. Tell them that Mayegun tún ti dé o.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Lórí Facebook.
Tinubu has a message for you, for us, who have been exposing the budget padding that a lot of you are now aware of. How the chunk of the 2024 budget will end in the private pockets of the lawmakers. Some were even calling on Tinubu to probe it. Now he has an answer for us. We don't get arithmetic sense. Una no get arithmetic sense. He's backing the senators. Go on, son, don't mind them, those noise makers. Are you satisfied with what you caught for yourselves? Yes, we are, Mr. President. He told them that just make sure you buy things for the poor people in your area, okay? Just give them something. Now, Motide. Good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live. Yesterday, it was the turn of the House of Representatives of the Nigerian National Assembly breaking fast with Tinubu, Kolu, and as usual, feeling himself, like somebody said yesterday, he's probably enjoying himself because the way he is, it feels like he's enjoying himself. Of course he was. And this was night before yesterday, so you got to know about that last night, right? Now, last night, which is yesterday evening, he hosted the Senators. Okay. That's where we're going to start from this evening, right? And then we'll move on to every other part of the convo tonight. Okay. Now let's start from there. I know sometimes you feel like it is such a punishment. I know, but let's do it and get it over with. Kalu.
The Vice President, well, the Deputy Senate President, the leadership of the Senate, Chief of Staff, all leadership being present here. I say thank you very much for sharing with us a little bit of your night, and thanking God for His mercies and learning from the period, a very unique period of this Lent and Ramadan. The thought of Ramadan is in its lessons, and we learn to engage with one another, forgive one another, and learn to forgive your neighbor, and all other little leglings that might be around you. We have to continue to thank God Almighty for bringing us together and keeping us in this time. Yes, we are definitely challenged. The security challenges around us. Our armed forces are trying, but we will not allow them to undermine the integrity and the value of our armed forces and the leadership of the armed forces. We will continue to encourage and fight for our sovereignty, our individual right to exist, banish poverty in our society. I must say thank you very much for passing the scholarship fund, student loan, to all of you. Thank you very, very much. I know the arithmetic of the numbers that I brought to the Senate, and I know what I got back. And I appreciate all of you for the expeditious handling of the budget. Thank you very much. Those who are talking of malicious embellishment in the budget didn't understand the arithmetic, and they didn't revert to the number as the baseline of what I brought. But integrity, all of your integrity is intact. I'm very grateful for what you have been doing. The natural challenge that we face will be over. The economic challenge, we're about turning the corner. Our revenue is improved. And you can see reflected in the subnational. All you have to do is fashion the Congress of the expenditure and manage ourselves much, much better. The light is on at the end of the tunnel, and Nigeria will smile again. I know you share bread without butter. Maybe next time around, we put butter beside your bread.
Nuisance, Lele.
I know it is, it can be torturous sitting down there on your screen and you can't even fast forward it. I understand. Especially those who are watching it live. But it is always better, okay? Especially when they manage to put camera in front of him and he is there blabbing left, right, front, back, like that, no direction. To remind those that thought they will use Tinubu being your president to punish some people. They can see the calamity that somehow they are telling themselves knows what he is doing. Somebody rightly pointed it out there that everything everyone is doing around him is good. Very good. Good. Very good. And he called the malicious embellishment of figures. He said he knew what he sent to them and he knew what he got back. He submitted a 25 trillion budget. He got back 28.7 trillion budget. So he was talking about arithmetic. Jesus Christ. Arithmetic, number. Just to sound like he knows what he's saying. Arithmetic, number in the budget. Those who are criticizing you, they do not have arithmetic sense. Does that even make any sense? Those who are in the field of scrutinizing the budget, scrutinized it. One of the members of those who buried fake figures inside that budget came out and raised alarm. He has been suspended. Other independent body have worked more. That one said he discovered that over 3 trillion was added to the budget. So on this platform, we managed to lay hand on the evidence record of those fake projects, like constructing 1,100 street lights for over 220 billion naira. Constructing one pole of street lights, solar street lights, for 145 million naira each. And that is what the Mr. Donda Eddie Kolu Igbi Ragbiji said arithmetic sense. When the investigation was done, over 7 trillion out of the 28.7 trillion budget of 2024, over 7 trillion of it is it's for fake projects, fake, duplicated, non-existing project with billions and billions and billions of your money. But Mr. Arithmetic Sense said, despite all of this, he said, the integrity of those senators is intact. And then he said, very soon, Nigerians who are eating bread without butter, next time they may begin to eat with butter. The usual, where they throw the bones to the dogs and tell them that if they behave, now they have dog. the next bone is going to come with meat. Economy is going to, he said more. Hang on, I know it's all like bulu bala, bala blue, okay? But just so those who usually think you disagreeing, standing where these economic criminals stands, is like you hate them. You do not hate them. They hate you. And it seems that even those who defend or support them do not know this, that their actions, not what they are saying, it is what they are doing, okay, that continue to hurt you and hurt you, okay. Every of their action proves that they hate you, but it's okay. Stockholm syndrome will make the oppressed love their oppressors, because they have, they'll get used to them first. The way Stockholm syndrome work, at first, you are going to be like, you feel like you are under the bondage, like you have been kidnapped. Then at some point, you begin to develop feelings for your kidnapper. Because remember, they used to come in and just beat you. But now they offer you gari, with water. Maybe if you behave very well, maybe if you start acting nice, if you become obedient and you become loyal, who knows? Maybe next time they will bring you fried rice. So you begin to act nice. And every time your oppressor beats you or, yes, oppresses you, you blame yourself. Maybe you are the one who did something wrong. Maybe you did something wrong that upset him and got him angry, because, he's already loving you. You have been very good boy, good girl, kind of. That is what you call the Stockholm syndrome, okay? A lot of you will defend your oppressors and hoping that they will be nice to you. When others are being stubborn, being disrespectful, being disobedient, you, Jeje, on your own, you are just obeying it. They say, sit down. You sit down. Shut up. Close your eyes. Stand up. And you are easily pushed and you are ready and you are wondering why others are not doing it. So you have been a good boy, nice boy. You are supposed to be living better. That's how deluded you have become, for those of you who are defending your oppressors. But it's all right. Nobody go tell you. Oh yeah, renewed shaggy.
But I'm beside your bread. So, to me, like I always say, sister and brothers, we are one single family, living in the same house, but sharing different rooms. For us, the challenges of insecurity will be over. They can't defeat us. We have to rescue our country. It's in this freedom and strong determination that we believe we can bring about prosperity to every one of us. We are entitled to it. And definitely, I assure you, you will partake in the essence of the prosperity that we are about to reap from sacrifices that we are making. One thing I said yesterday that we like to repeat here again is for you to please. You have a lot of committees. You have heavy load of duty. But please spare good time for appointed ministers and agencies of government. I know the oversight responsibility. I've been through this way before. But you are lucky. You are not operating under any decree like I did. When I look too much to the budget, I just say no go area. We are glad we are in a democracy. Okoyemi Bamidele was with me then. And good job that you are doing in the Senate. We are a democracy. We must defend democracy for it to flourish. It's one of the best method of governance that is available to humanity. It is. But very, very difficult to sustain and navigate. But that is what we are meant to be. And that's what we pray for. Stability, progress, and prosperity. I assure you again, we will walk together in the park of joy in the country of our fatherland, going through the choice of our roads to prosperity. Together, we shall prevail. Thank you very much. But I'm beside your bread. So, to me, like I always say,
call you. So it's the way I see the whole setting is pretty much like they are talking about themselves, right? And being sort of like, we shouldn't fight, okay? We have sacrificed a lot and we are going to reap so much, I promise you. All right? Because what he's saying there, if anybody who is not in that room takes that as something for you, like he's talking about Nigeria, okay, all these sacrifices, are those people inside that room sacrificing anything? Except your lives that they are toying and playing with. This is what Akpabiole responded. I promise you I'm just going to get this over and done with so that we can get to other deeper stuff, okay? Here.
Breaking fast. I would have said good morning, but because of time I will say good evening, sir. It's such a great honor and privilege for us to be in your midst today. I want to thank you for giving me the permission to be absent from this dinner, because I'm actually not here. As you directed yesterday, the delegation is led by my Deputy Senate President. But this afternoon, I received an uncommon call from the Chief of Staff, who directed that we would like to launch the Students' Loan Scheme, the first of its kind in West Africa. And that if I'm not sure of arriving on Monday, I should make sure that I send you the signed bill tomorrow morning before 9 a.m. So I had no option than to double back to be here. So I missed the prayer. I know you prayed for me. And then I said, if I miss the prayer, I cannot miss the dinner. So I want to thank you for indulging me. My distinguished brothers and our few sisters, if they are here, you will notice that this is probably one of the few occasions that we have more than 2/3 of the Senate present in a place. So even if the maids is here now, the president can join us because he's a senator, and we can begin our discussions and debates. We are totally full here now. This is not because we do not have food in our various houses. It's because of the love and respect that we have for you. It's because of the appreciation the 10th Senate has for your policies, your doggedness, and your tolerance in spite of all provocations. So we bring you greetings from the 10th Senate, and we bring you assurances of continuous collaboration and cooperation, because we believe strongly that for us to have two brothers from the National Assembly as President and Vice President, and even the Chief of Staff as our member, that we have no other option, not just to work with you, but to do everything possible for this administration to succeed. And inshallah, you will succeed. Mr. President, we also wish that you invite us like this, not just when we are fasting. Maybe once in a quarter, you invite us to come and sit with you and eat. And after that, you put up maybe 1 hour or 30 minutes of interactive discourse. So we can also tell you the feelings from outside, since we are very close to our constituents. But for today, the senators have asked me to extend their condolences to you over the incidents that have happened in the very recent weeks. The first, the orchestrated kidnapping of your children in some states of the Federation that we know you are very sad about, and you are doing everything possible to make sure that you retrieve those children. The second is the bastardly and horrific killings of your troops in Delta State. We are sure that you eventually bring the culprits to book. And like Obama used to say, that whether we take justice to our enemies or we bring our enemies to justice, justice must be done. We are very sure that under you, justice shall be done. Please accept our condolences on these sad incidents. Mr. President, Chinua Achebe said that when brothers gather like this, in the moonlight, to watch the moon, it is not because they cannot see the moon from their various houses, but because it is good to commune with one another. You can see us bantering and smiling, not so much because we want to smile, but because we know we are before a president who cares for the National Assembly. So they've asked me also to extend their appreciation to you over the packages that you have extended to them. They've asked me also to thank you for the things you are doing, the policies you are putting in place for Nigeria, which we are very sure in less than 2 years from today, people will begin to see manifesting in serious productivity and, of course, enhanced living standard for all Nigerians. I want to thank you, Mr. President, and thank your ebullient Vice President, who is everywhere, always smiling, ever agile, and always very, very, how do I use the word, loyal, representing you everywhere that you are not able to go due to state functions. So on behalf of the 10th Senate and all our people, we want to thank you for inviting us. I know you've had breaking of fast with the House of Representatives.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
Do you not see that as a mockery? Mr. President, we want to pay condolences to you over the kidnap of your children in some part of the country. So I bet if the camera was to show Tinubu's face, it would just be like, because he knows that none of his children is kidnapped. Now then they kidnap, not Tinubu's children. Then Akpabiole again was like, we also want to pay condolences to you over the gruesome killing of your troop recently. And we know that you are working hard to bring that to justice. Baba, if you want to see ass licking at a different level, at never seen